Welcome, everyone. We are live at the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach, Florida, where this capacity crowd is ready and rearing for Presidential Wrestling Federation's latest event, War at the Shore. I'm Sunning Steve Lincoln Douglas, accompanied as always by
James J. Hamilton.
That's just it, James, and boy, what an event do we have for you this evening.
That's right, this capacity crowd here at the Ocean Center is rocking, ready for some presidential wrestling action.
And they're gonna get it, James. We got some big bouts on the line here tonight.
That's right, including our main event, where the PWF will be going head-to-head with both the CCW and the TWO in the arbitration of their lawsuits.
That's just it. A huge, important event. You know, there's been a lot in PWF history, but this one might take the cake. It's all on the line here as George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Thomas Jefferson square up against former PWF owner Donald Trump, CCW owner Jefferson Davis, and the enigmatic third man, James.
That's right, a mystery man filling out their team. We'll find out who that is.
Who could it be? There's a lot of speculation. It could be Stonewall Jackson. It could be John Tyler.
It could even be Kid Rock.
You never know. But that's one among many great matches here that we have coming up. We'll have the Transcontinental title on the line in a great tag team match, the winner of whom will get a shot at the tag team titles.
First up, we have more of an unfortunate match. If our PWF fans recall the falling out between John Adams and his son in their failed attempt to win the tag team titles at Reconstruction, and now they're going to be going head-to-head with each other.
That's it. Father versus son in our opening bout. Let's get down to ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, our opening bout in this corner, John Adams. Here he comes, John Adams. Boy, is he looking stern, James.
That's right. He does not look happy.
Strictly business here tonight is John Adams.
That's right. I think he's planning to lay down some lessons for his son.
That's just it. He is wasting no time coming down to the ring at a steady clip, a determined pace, I should say. And his opponent, John Quincy Adams. And here comes John Quincy looking no more pleased than his father.
These two ready to go at it. John Quincy not happy at all about being kind of talked down to by his father, whom he blames for their loss to James Madison and James Monroe.
That's just it, and John Adams stubbornly refusing to make the tag to his son with those belts on the line. Regrettable. But JQA, he is wasting no time. He is signaling to the timekeeper to ring the effing bell as he comes up the stairs. JQA now entering the ring. And we are off to the races. JQA charging in towards his father, John Adams, and he's only met with a tomahawk chop to the chest. And JQA taking a step back in one part pain, one part anger.
JQA now going right back at his father. They're going to grapple up here, and JQA gets John Adams in a headlock.
Uh-oh.
Wrenching the neck of his own father, John Quincy Adams.
Oh, but John Adams, he's able to lift him right up, and he gives him an atomic drop. Ooh. Oh, my goodness. And that looked like it hurt. JQA going over to the ropes to regain strength. John Adams not wasting any time trying to bore in on him. JQA now, with a big chop to the neck of John Adams. JQA now moving aside, trying to regroup himself a little bit.
Wow,
he's got John Adams stunned.
Yeah, you can see the pain on the faces of these two combatants, and also on the face of Abigail Adams.
Indeed, there she
is.
Seated
there in the front row, alongside her other children, looking not too happy about this event here tonight.
No, this has to tear her up inside. Her loving husband of many years and her eldest son now squaring off. Not a pretty sight.
That's right, these two circling each other now, giving each other the evil eye, sizing each other up. And here they go. John Quincy Adams winding up for a big... and John Adams just caught the blow.
Hurling JQA off the ropes now. Adams setting up for a big boot. Oh my goodness, JQA, he's gotten under it. He's going off the other side. Adams turning around. JQA going for a clothesline. Whoa! John Adams, he's got his head crocked in a bulldog.
Ooh, a big bulldog.
JQA down on the mat now. John Adams rolling over, getting up to his feet, grabbing JQA now by the arm, starting to lift him up. And an elbow from JQA. And another one.
JQA laying those elbows into the midsection of his father.
John Adams popping about 2 inches up off the mat with each blow. JQA now, he senses that his father's grip is weakening. Here he goes, he's taking his arm up, and he's got him unhanded, and he's got John Adams in an arm bar.
JQA wrenching the arm of his father there. Abigail still not enjoying herself on the outside.
Certainly not, but it looks like Charles and Thomas Adams are enjoying themselves quite a bit.
That's right. It seems like they have one of the beer vendors kind of parked right next to them, and they are sampling his wares to the fullest.
Indeed, they're trying to go the Roger Clinton and Billy Carter route here tonight,
That's
apparently.
Right, they're monopolizing the beer supply at ringside to perhaps drown their sorrows at the breakdown of their family that's happening here in this ring.
That's just it. John Adams now struggling, with JQA applying ever more pressure on that arm.
John Quincy with the armbar now. What's he doing? Oh, he's repositioning his father now, putting a knee on his back to enhance the pressure on the arm there. John Adams down with JQA's knee on his back now. John Adams, he's pushing back. He flings himself back, knocks JQA down.
And they're both to the canvas now, rolling around, fists flailing.
Look at them.
It's like a backyard brawl, James.
They're going wild on each other.
Abigail wincing outside of the ring, not liking this.
And I think I see Nabby there, her face wet with tears, and Charles and Thomas's faces wet with beer that they're chugging.
Indeed.
Aggressively on the side of the ring here.
Yes, this whole series of events has seemed to affect each member of the Adams family. As it is, these two rolling about on the canvas, punching, kneeing, kicking. And it looks like maybe Chief Justice Chase is going to step in there and break these two up now.
That's right. He's getting them up and separating them into their corners, asking them to kind of restart this match.
That's right. You can't let it get to the point where it becomes no holds barred. There has to be some semblance of order. Chief Justice Chase seeing to that as he motions for this father and son pair to come back together in the center of the ring and keep fighting.
And here they go. They're going to grapple up again. We'll see which of these two is the stronger. They are putting all their strength into this grapple here, trying to gain an upper hand. And John Quincy Adams is going to grab his father and fling him against the ropes, taking advantage of that momentum.
Indeed.
Coming back and, he gets that clothesline.
My goodness, there it is. John Adams now down on the mat. JQA going over to his father. He's lifting him up now. What are we going to see here? Crooking his arm and, picking him up for a nice suplex.
Ooh. John Quincy Adams now looks to be gaining an upper hand, perhaps. He's going to lift his father up off the mat, fling him against the ropes again, and he's going to go for the big... And John Adams is going to duck under it. He comes up behind John Quincy with a knee to the back.
Oh, my goodness.
And then he's going to grab him by the back of the head here. What's he going to do? He just flung him over the top rope.
My God.
John Quincy Adams falling to the outside onto the concrete floor. John Adams now stepping through the ropes. And he's going to go down with an elbow drop on John.
Oh, my goodness, from off of the
outside.
mat. Chief Justice Chase, he's warning them to get back into the ring. He's going to commence his count.
John Adams now stomping on his son on the outside, right in front of this family.
This has to hurt. Abigail, not looking too pleased at, first off, the events in the match, and she's not looking too pleased with her sons.
John Quincy rolling around on the ground trying to protect himself. John Adams laying into him, and what's this? Charles and Thomas are climbing over the barricade.
My God!
They attacked John Adams.
I don't believe it.
They're attacking their father. He's on the ground. Charles and Thomas are stomping him.
JQA, he's able to crawl out from under his father as his two brothers hammer on their father.
Now all three sons, they're hammering on their father.
Chief Justice Chase is screaming at them to cease.
They're paying him no heed. John Adams in trouble on the outside. This could result in a disqualification.
Indeed, I think this probably is a
I
disqualification.
don't know. Justice Chase has not made a ruling yet, but John Adams is in a lot of trouble.
He certainly is. Abigail now standing at the barricade shouting for her sons to stop.
And what's this?
Wait a second.
That's George H.W. Bush.
That's George H.W. Bush.
He's stepping out of the crowd.
Here he comes, George H.W. Bush, wasting no time to come to John Adams' aid. What's this? He's grabbed a steel chair.
My God.
Oh my God. And
what? All three sons just got bashed with the steel chair.
George H.W. Bush, my God.
George H.W. Bush helping John Adams up. These fathers now, John Adams. Oh, and he and Bush are laying into the three sons now.
This has suddenly become a 3-on-2.
Looks like John Adams, he's got Charles now. He's throwing him back into the crowd.
My goodness.
Thomas going over as well, back into their seats. And now Bush and John Adams are turning their attentions on JQA. They're picking him up and they're bringing him back into the ring. Bush and Adams now getting back into the ring, grabbing up John Quincy, and it looks like George H.W. Bush is going to hold him in place while John Adams is laying into him.
What is going on here?
John Adams laying into his son while George H.W. Bush holds him back.
Why isn't Chief Justice Chase stopping this?
Actually, I think he may have announced the disqualification some time ago.
This is unbelievable.
They're just not listening to him. This action is just beyond the realm of anything sanctioned in a normal match. There's been already a lot of interference, and now John Quincy Adams totally at the mercy of his father, being held in place by George H.W. Bush. John Adams just karate chopping his son in the chest.
My goodness, what a crazy turn of events. And Abigail Adams, she is none too happy about it.
Her other two sons, barely conscious on the outside. John Adams kicking his son in the gut. John Quincy, his face is red. He's in a lot of pain. He's being held in place by George H.W. Bush.
It's not looking good. Oh, wait, what's this? Look, it's George W.
That's
Bush
George
running out.
W. Bush.
He's coming from backstage. He's running full speed, diving into the ring now. And oh, my goodness.
W's attacking his own father.
I don't believe it.
He's laying into John Adams. George W. Bush trading blows between his own father and John Adams.
This is unreal. JQA trying to crawl away, having been freed.
JQA now, he's standing behind. George W. Bush is shielding him. The two fathers now and the two sons. What is this? What is happening? Now two families being torn asunder.
This is unbelievable. And looking outside, it looks like Barbara Bush has come up to Abigail Adams, and she's telling her something and pointing it. Oh, they found the belt under the seat and body of Charles Adams. There it is.
First Lady's calling this one.
Indeed.
But the fathers and sons in the ring still staring each other down.
That's it. There's some more Chief Justices out here now, and they're trying to keep everybody separated.
It's a lot of Chief Justices.
Indeed. A whole army of them
needed.
Coming down. And they're breaking this up now. Trying to get everybody separated. I don't think we've seen the last of this feud here.
No, I think these fathers and sons just formed themselves into what looks like it should be a tag team match.
Indeed, it's looking that way.
Fathers versus sons.
And where will Barbara and Abigail stand on that? Probably none too pleased. It looks like they have restored some order down there, and they're going to make the official announcement of this bout. Ladies and gentlemen, the ruling of Chief Justice Chase is a disqualification. There you have it. No surprise there, James. He has disqualified both Adamses.
Wow.
And there is no winner here. As a matter of fact, I feel like more than the Adamses have lost here. I think the Bushes, as well, may feel the sting of loss as their once formidable teamwork now seems to be forgotten.
These two family dynasties being torn apart here as the fathers are allying against the sons.
That's just it.
A generational split here in the Presidential Wrestling Federation.
That's right, and who knows what it could lead to. What an exciting match, and it's just getting started here. We'll have a very exciting tag team bout when we come back from these words from our sponsors.
Hey kids, are you craving some more exciting action with your favorite presidential superstars? Yeah! Well, you're in luck, because coming soon it's PWF The Game, where you can take control of your favorite presidential superstar in an all-out brawl, with many game modes, including Presidential Rumble.
I'm gonna be the last man standing.
Survival Sequence.
I'm gonna survive.
And Presidential Mania.
I could lick Joe Biden.
That's right. It's Presidential Wrestling Federation The Game. Coming soon to Super NES and Sega Genesis.
And we're back, and what about we have for you next? This is a rivalry nearly as old as the PWF itself, James.
That's right. Theodore Roosevelt and William Howard Taft began as a tag team many, many moons ago, and they have since had a major falling out. They've gone up against each other many times, and now they'll be back in another tag team match with their own respective partners.
That's it. They've gone through a slew of different partners between the two of them, and this time, no different. Trying out some new things, and we'll see how this goes. This is one we've been looking forward to. Let's go on down to ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, the following bout is a tag team match. In this corner, William McKinley and Theodore Roosevelt. Here they come, McKinley and Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt looking steely-eyed.
Yeah, he's looking very determined. McKinley sauntering his way down to the ring. TR, very much a man on a mission here.
Yeah, certainly he is. Boy, the history between TR and Taft, starting as partners, falling apart, going up for the Transcontinental title, and basically, between the two of them, handing it to Woodrow Wilson.
That's right. Now these two desperate for a shot at a PWF championship belt, and whoever wins this match is going to get a chance at the tag team belts.
That's just it.
James Madison and James Monroe waiting in the wings for the victor of this match.
And their opponents, William Howard Taft and Warren Harding. And here comes Taft and Harding. Taft looking steadfast. Harding looking around.
A little more casual. Harding, of course, once appointed Taft to the Supreme Court. Taft returning the favor now by serving as his tag team partner.
Indeed. And I have little doubt here that Taft and TR are going to start this match. Let's see how it goes here.
Yeah, I'll bet these two can't wait to tear into each other.
Looks like both teams discussing things in their corners. And
Chief Justice Charles Evans Hughes presiding.
That's right, a good and impartial Chief Justice in Charles Evans Hughes here. You got to remember, these are all four Republicans, as is Hughes. And it looks like, oh no, it looks like McKinley and Harding are going to be starting this bout. Interesting. TR and Taft staring each other down in their respective corners. And it looks like this is about to begin. Here we go, McKinley and Harding starting things off. Circling each other now. Both looking for a potential opening here. Harding with a sort of feint. McKinley unaffected.
These two, they're feeling each other out.
Indeed, taking their time to size each other up.
Looks like, they're going to go in for a grapple. And,
here we go.
They're going to break it up. They're going to go back to circling each other. Guess neither one of them like what they felt there in that grapple.
Indeed. But wait, here comes McKinley in for another grapple. And this time it might be different, no? Nope, they've let it go again.
These two really taking their time here.
TR and Taft still just staring each other down.
That's right. They're not even watching the action between their partners in the ring.
They're not.
If you can call it action.
Well, that's it. This is started off as quite a tame match here. Chief Justice Hughes even looking a bit perplexed, telling them, look, come on, let's go. And they seem to be just brushing him off. McKinley now coming in. He's going to try and grab at Harding. Harding just ducks aside. Walks to the other side. Turning around now, McKinley. And nothing really happening here. Thus far.
Well, it looks like they're going to grapple up again here. Nope, Harding's going to fling McKinley against the ropes
Here
there.
we go. Some action finally. Here comes McKinley back off of the ropes.
And he ducks under a clothesline.
Nice move.
Pretty
Harding
exciting.
turning around. Harding turning around now, and Harding putting a boot up, and McKinley diving under that. And holding himself at the ropes. Harding turning around now. McKinley coming off the ropes now, approaching Harding.
And McKinley now winds up, and a big slap to the face
goodness.
of Warren Harding there.
And I think Harding felt that one.
Harding.
Taking a couple steps back, but now here he comes.
Oh, and he gives McKinley an elbow there.
And that looked like it hurt. That was right to the solar plexus of William McKinley. And now McKinley turning back, and, well, it looks like they're both heading towards their corners.
That's right. It looks like they're both going to tag in their partners here now, and there's the tag, and here comes TR and Taft.
TR and Taft, they're charging
at each other.
My God.
They're slamming into each other.
Look at them, James. It's like two hungry warthogs.
Pandemonium is broken out here.
My God.
These
Lefts
two
and rights flying, trading blows.
laying into each other.
No love lost here, clearly.
These two huge, powerful men throwing all their strength into battering one another.
An unceasing barrage of blows exchanging between these two. Here, Taft with a hard right coming up. Oh, TR's grabbed it. He's hurled Taft off the ropes. Here they come. They're colliding in the... Oh, my goodness.
Ooh.
Nobody moved. Taft now. He's grabbed TR's arm. He's throwing him against the ropes, and they're going to collide again. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Neither one budging an inch here. TR, he's grabbing Taft's arm again. They're trying it another time. Taft off the ropes. TR with a drop kick to Taft. And Taft stumbles back against the ropes. TR getting up now. Taft, he's bounding himself off the ropes, and he's coming forward with a spear. My God. They're both on the mat again, and they are thrashing blows upon one another. And it looks to me like two angry sharks coming in at the sight of blood.
And I think there is some blood on the mat there. I don't know whose blood that is.
I think it's a little of both.
I think it could be.
These two monsters.
Just the ferocity.
Chief Justice Hughes stepping in to break up these two from this wild tussle on the canvas, pushing them back to their respective corners. And they're going to come in and meet each other again. Here we go. TR and Taft. Oh, TR with a big boot to the stomach. He's grabbing Taft. And, oh, my goodness, a powerbomb.
Oh, my God. I can't believe TR was able to lift up Taft.
And that looked like it took a lot out of him.
That shook the whole Ocean Center as Taft hit the mat there.
Indeed.
Taft in a lot of pain. TR himself, that looks like that move took a little out of him there.
Indeed it did. TR taking a couple steps back. Now he's going to try and come in and take the advantage of the prone Taft. Here comes Roosevelt. But Taft, oh, a big boot to Roosevelt's stomach. And Taft, he's rolling over. He's pulling himself up off the ropes. Roosevelt now, he's coming back in, and another boot from Taft. And Taft grabbing Roosevelt. Oh,
it's another powerbomb.
My God.
These two monsters trading power bombs in the ring here.
Roosevelt on his back. Taft hanging backwards against the ropes. Both of these two hurt. Winded.
They have taken a lot out of each other in a short period of time.
Indeed, both of them bleeding. And now it looks like Taft's heading over to his corner and Roosevelt trying to crawl over to his. I think they've had enough for now.
These two both going for the tag. Taft going to tag in Harding. Roosevelt finally going to crawl over, and here comes McKinley.
Here we go. McKinley and Harding now back at it. Oh, and McKinley, he's heading straight towards Harding. It looks like he's fired up by TR and Taft, watching what those two have done. McKinley going for a kick. Oh, Harding's grabbed it and pushed him back a couple steps. And here comes Harding advancing now. Harding, no. McKinley's caught Harding's attempt at a kick and shoved him aside.
Wow.
Neither kick hitting its mark.
These two stepping up their game a little bit with some attempted kicks.
That's just it.
Not landing. Now sizing each other up once again, trying to figure out what to do, those kicks not having worked.
That's just it. And here they come. Oh, they're going to grapple up. And nope, they've dropped it already. That's not going to work. Here we go. They're circling now and, grappling up again. And then, Harding with a kick to McKinley.
Ooh.
McKinley with a kick to Harding.
Wow.
And Harding with a kick to McKinley. And McKinley with a kick to Harding.
They're trading kicks.
They're trading kicks in the grapple. And they've broken the grapple. They're back to circling each other again. Staring each other down. Seems about evenly matched here. Who's going to try what next? Here comes McKinley. He's going in for a kick, and Harding's caught it. He swept his leg out from under him. McKinley's on his back. Harding's got both of his legs. What's this?
It's a figure four.
Figure four leg
Harding
lock.
going for the figure four.
McKinley appears to be in great pain as Harding leaning back, increasing the pressure there of this figure four leg lock. My goodness, McKinley too far from the ropes to make a tag or to grab a rope.
What's he going to do here?
Oh, wait a second. Now,
wrenching
McKinley,
against
he's starting to roll over.
He's rolling it over.
He's got it reversed.
He's reversed it.
He's got it reversed. Harding smashing his fists off of the mat in pain.
Harding in trouble. What's he going to do? Well, he's going to try to take a page out of McKinley's book there, and
He's desperate.
He's
trying to roll
reversing
over.
it again.
He's got it again. It's
figure
reversed. And McKinley now is the one in pain. This is unbelievable.
McKinley responding with another reversal.
My God. Harding, he's pretty close to the ropes, but not quite close enough. He's trying to get the momentum working in his favor. He's trying to roll. He's still trying to roll. Is he going to be able to do it? Is he going to be able to
Harding,
do it?
he rolls it over.
He's got it.
And McKinley taking that momentum and rolling it again, and they're outside of the ring.
They're outside of the ring.
They rolled it right out of the ring.
They've rolled totally outside of the ring now.
The figure four has now been broken.
Indeed, Chief Justice Hughes, he's starting to count. McKinley and Harding both getting to their feet.
McKinley now getting into the ring, and it looks like he's going to tag TR.
That's it.
Harding back in the ring. He's going for the tag on Taft, but TR's got him.
Grabbed him.
TR's got a hold of Harding.
He hurls him across the ring. Oh, no! He went right into William McKinley. McKinley's down on the outside. I think he struck his head on the guardrail.
McKinley was just standing on the apron there when TR flung Harding against the ropes, and it was McKinley that went right into the guardrail there. I don't think he's conscious.
TR looking on now.
TR very
obviously concerned. Harding now moving a couple steps away as TR looks down at his fallen teammate. Oh, Harding with a kick to the back of the knee, and TR's dropped. Harding's grabbed him by the face. Harding's got TR. He's putting some kind of pressure hold on the skull of Teddy Roosevelt. TR now, he's on his knees. Harding, he thrust him back against the mat, smashing his head down off the canvas.
Harding just bashing TR's head into the mat repeatedly. And he's got his thumbs on his eyes.
That doesn't look good. Charles Evans Hughes now, he's coming over. He's making sure. Harding saying, no, I'm not doing an eye gouge. I'm just applying pressure to the skull. Hughes looks like he's letting it go, but oh my goodness, it looks like Harding is boring his thumbs into the eye sockets of TR. And you got to remember, TR already partially blind in one eye.
TR is in a lot of pain now.
He is shrieking in pain, and Harding taking sadistic pleasure in inflicting this pain.
What a turn of events here. Somehow Warren Harding has gotten TR in his grips and at his mercy.
Hughes checking again to make sure that Harding isn't doing an eye gouge, and Harding swearing he's not.
Well, Hughes also asking TR if he wants to tap out. You would think a normal man would have tapped out at this point. Look at the pain he is in.
TR shrieking no. William McKinley still unconscious outside of the ring.
Warren Harding straddling on top of TR. Has him at his mercy.
Indeed.
He's bashing his head.
And look at Taft. Taft is looking on. He's looking from the grinning Harding to the pain-stricken Teddy Roosevelt, looking back and forth at him. You'd think Taft would be pleased that his team has the advantage here.
Harding taking it out on TR. I can't help but think this might have to do with TR's comments on Wednesday Night War when he took supreme umbrage at Warren Harding's extramarital activities.
Indeed.
Really denounced him there, and Warren Harding taking his revenge.
That's just it. He is exacting it, well, in a pretty solid fashion here. TR, it's rare to see TR in this position, at the mercy, full and complete, of somebody else.
Warren Harding, he's frustrated the TR is not tapping out now, and now what? He's just punching TR in the face repeatedly.
Oh my goodness. Punching him in the face, left and
My
right,
God.
left and right, now picking him up and smacking his head off the mat repeatedly, and then more
Look
fists.
at the blood. So much blood is pouring out of TR's face. It's splattering all over the ring.
My
he is not
God.
going to tap out here. He could end up dead if he doesn't tap out.
Something's got to give here.
Look at William Howard Taft watching this happen.
The unbelievable ferocity behind the attack of Warren Harding, and Taft looking somewhat disgusted at the amount of gore and viscera in the ring.
Yeah, he looks very upset. You see him there. He's looking at TR. He's looking at Harding. He seems conflicted.
Indeed, it does appear that he is having a hard time digesting what he is seeing here.
This brutal scene in the ring here as Warren Harding continues to tear into TR.
Once great
TR
friends.
at his mercy. Can't believe Hughes isn't stopping this match, but TR hanging on by a thread.
I don't think Hughes is going to let this go too much longer, James.
Warren Harding. My God.
If Teddy Roosevelt passes out before he's able to submit, Hughes will stop this bout.
I mean, he could die before he passes out. That's the kind of man he is. He is not going to let go. He's going to take it all the way. And Warren Harding just beating TR brutally.
And McKinley has not stirred outside the ring. He is unconscious. TR in a world of shit.
William Howard Taft watching this with anguish in his eyes. He's looking at TR. He's looking at Harding.
You could tell Taft wants to win this bout, but at the same time, he appears to be disturbed by the ferocity.
He's looking back at TR, and Taft is getting in the ring.
What's he doing here?
What's he going to do? Is he going to come in and join in this beating on TR?
Oh my goodness, this could mean the end of Teddy Roosevelt's wrestling career.
No, and Taft grabs Harding.
What's he doing?
William Howard Taft grabs Harding up off of TR.
He's lifting him up over his head. He's got Warren Harding completely over his head.
My God.
And oh my God, he's just tossed Warren Harding outside of the ring.
Oh my.
My goodness. Unbelievable. What's Taft doing? He's climbing outside the ring. Chief Justice Hughes appearing somewhat confused, but he's starting to count Warren Harding out.
William Howard Taft turned on his own teammate here. Hughes doesn't know what to make of it, but Taft, he's now on the outside, and what's he doing?
Oh my God, he's pulling up the mats. He's revealing the concrete. And he's rolling Warren Harding onto the concrete. What is Taft
my God.
doing? Taft now.
Taft is snapped.
He's getting back into the ring. No, he's not. He is climbing up the ropes. What is going on here? Taft, second rope, turns around and looks down at Harding. Taft now. Up to the top rope. Taft now. What is he doing? This can't be happening.
Oh, my God.
Taft, both arms up in the air. You know what this means. Oh, my dear God. Unbelievable. A Filipino wave onto the concrete outside the ring from the top rope. And that would be the equivalent of a bus falling on you. Warren Harding, every rib in his body is probably broke. His lungs are probably crushed. This is unbelievable.
Warren Harding now totally destroyed. Totally flattened.
Unbelievable. Hughes now. There it is. That's it.
Warren Harding has been counted out. Technically, TR and McKinley have won this match.
That's just it. McKinley and Harding both unconscious outside of the ring. TR barely conscious inside of the ring. And Taft now, what's he doing? He's climbing up into the ring now. Chief Justice Hughes coming over now to aid TR to his feet and raise his hand in victory. TR looking baffled, wondering how could he have possibly won this bout.
Hughes, it seems like Hughes is explaining to him what just happened. And now TR
looking somewhat astonished.
He's looking at Taft, Taft looking back.
What is going to transpire here?
These two squaring off with each other. Taft holding out his hand
My goodness.
for a handshake.
Could it be? TR looking down at Taft's hand, looking up into the face of his former friend and tag team partner. TR raising his arm. What's gonna happen? He's taking the handshake. TR and Taft.
Now they're hugging.
They've reconciled.
My God.
Blood and tears in their eyes as they embrace in the center of the ring. McKinley and Harding still unconscious, being attended to by PWF medical staff.
Wow.
What an unbelievable turn of events.
Could it be the TR Taft rivalry coming to an end?
Taft now raising TR's hand.
This crowd going wild.
The crowd is going absolutely batshit here, James.
They are loving it.
Reconciliation has taken place here tonight at War on the Shore.
Wow.
An unbelievable turn of events. What a bout.
We always say anything can happen in the Presidential Wrestling Federation.
And indeed it did.
Indeed.
The medical staff now getting Harding and McKinley backstage. Both of them are going to be quite surprised to hear about the results. All Harding knew was somebody came up from behind him. But, boy, what a turn of events here. And TR and Taft, what could this mean? Could it mean that they team up again? Could they go for the PWF Tag Team Championships together?
That could be the case, and they would be a formidable team.
Indeed they would. When they work together, there's almost no stopping them. What a match. And we are far from over here tonight. We got another big one coming up here. And this time, I don't think there'll be any reconciliation in the air.
No, I do not think so.
It's another rivalry that's been building up over the past few months here. The Wilsons and the Obamas.
Yeah, there's been a lot of bad blood leading to this match.
Indeed, 3 times these two have faced, with Woodrow Wilson arguably deviously coming out on top every time.
That's right, including last month at Reconstruction. He successfully defended the Transcontinental belt when Barack Obama was disqualified. Of course, that occurred when Michelle Obama attacked Edith Wilson after Edith provoked her with an N-word laced tirade.
Indeed, a despicable moment to bear witness to, and it's been building up more and more to this point tonight. Let's go back to Wednesday Night War last week and take a look at what transpired there.
And there's Barack Obama. He's brandishing the contract, demanding that Wilson agree to a rematch. Wilson appears to be consulting with Edith.
That's it, and Barack Obama, rightly so, feels cheated.
And perhaps Wilson and Edith cooking up another scheme for how they're going to handle the next match with Barack Obama, because Wilson, he's gonna agree. He takes the contract.
It looks like he's gonna sign.
And he signs it. And it looks like we're gonna have a rematch for the Transcontinental belt at War at the Shore.
Wilson v. Obama 4.
Wilson looking smugly satisfied with himself, as does Edith.
I think they've got something up their respective sleeves, James.
And what's this? There's Michelle Obama coming out of the locker room.
What's that, and who's with her?
Who's that with her?
Oh my goodness, that's Ellen Wilson.
That's Ellen Wilson.
That's Ellen Wilson, and Edith is freaking out.
Woodrow Wilson's first wife, Ellen Wilson, coming out in the company of Michelle Obama.
My goodness.
Edith is losing her mind. Woodrow Wilson trying to calm Edith down.
She's not having it. She sounds like all 4 women from The View at once.
Oh my. Edith launching a tirade of complaints into her husband's ear. Woodrow Wilson looking very distressed. Woodrow Wilson
appears to be
he's dropped to his knees.
What's going on here? Oh, he's having a stroke.
He's stroking out.
He's having a stroke.
My God.
My God, Woodrow Wilson, they need to get some PWF medical staff out here immediately. Woodrow Wilson, he's having a stroke.
And that was the scene at Wednesday Night War when this rematch was agreed to. And since then, there have been a lot of doubts about whether Woodrow Wilson will be sufficiently in health to appear for this match.
That's just it. They haven't released a statement in regards to his health, which has led many to wonder, what kind of state is Woodrow Wilson going to be in for tonight's match?
That's right, and the Chief Justices have already ruled that if he does not appear here tonight to defend the Transcontinental belt, that he will forfeit the belt to Barack Obama.
That's just it. So, boy, it remains to be seen what's going to happen here, but I think we could fully expect Woodrow Wilson to be here because he's not going to want that title stripped from him.
Indeed. And we can fully expect Barack Obama to be ready to lay into Woodrow Wilson. And let's go down to ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following bout is for the Transcontinental Championship. In this corner, the challenger, Barack Obama. Here he comes, Michelle by his side. Barack Obama, looking as confident as ever.
That's right. He's making his way to the ring. The crowd here cheering him on. Barack Obama, thinking that this will be finally the night that he gets over on Woodrow Wilson.
That's just it. He's got to be wary of any scheme that Edith and Woodrow may have cooked up together. He's certainly going to be on his toes tonight. He knows that this belt should have been his. He knows that he's in better shape than Wilson. But what kind of tricks could they be tossing his way? He's got to be ready for them. And his opponent, the Transcontinental Champion, Woodrow Wilson. Nobody's coming.
Nobody's stepping out of the dressing room here. Where's Wilson?
Uh-oh. This could be bad. I mean, if Wilson doesn't come out here soon, well,
he just had a stroke a few days ago.
That's just it. Chief Justice Warren is only going to give him so long before he starts to count, and Wilson forfeits the title. What could happen here? It's inconceivable to me that Wilson would not be here tonight.
Well, and it looks like Chief Justice Earl Warren is starting to count.
Wait, what's this? There's some movement at the curtain back there. Oh, and here comes Wilson. No, that is, we've seen this before, James.
It's dressed like Wilson, but
that is Edith Wilson dressed as her husband.
Yes, she did pull that trick one time before.
That's it, and it is clearly not going to work. You could see Chief Justice Warren with a smirk on his face.
Barack Obama telling him that that's Edith, and I think he already knows.
Yep,
Edith Wilson wearing a suit, waving to the crowd as if she were Woodrow Wilson.
That's it, she's got the title with her. She's playing it off, but it's not fooling anybody. Here she comes.
He's getting into the ring here.
Into the ring, and
Chief Justice Warren confronting her. She's shrugging, acting like there's nothing going on.
The Obamas having a chuckle to themselves, and that doesn't look like it makes her very happy.
Chief Justice Warren now going over to the Obamas. It looks like he's ready to call this. It could be Barack Obama could be getting the belt right now.
That's just it. I think that's what's going to happen here.
Well, looks like
wait, Michelle and Chief Justice Warren exchanging some words now. Looks like the three of them are having a discussion. Earl Warren nodding his head, and he's going over to the announcer here. Whispering into the announcer's ear. What is this now?
Barack is getting out of the ring.
What?
And there's Michelle in the corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Justice Warren has ruled that due to Woodrow Wilson's inability to fight, Michelle Obama has offered to fight Edith Wilson. Earl Warren has decided that this bout will happen, and the Transcontinental Championship will be on the line. Oh my goodness.
My God.
Michelle Obama and Edith Wilson are going to battle it out with the Transcontinental title going to their respective husband.
Wow. Edith Wilson looking a little wary here. I don't know if she expected to fight Barack Obama, but it looks like she does not want to fight Michelle Obama.
Indeed not, but that looks like is what's about to transpire. Obama has left the ring. Edith and Michelle Obama, both in the ring. Earl Warren, he's got them in they're in their corners. Edith saying something to Chief Justice Warren. Well, he said something back, and she doesn't look too happy, but it looks like this is going down.
Well, she can either forfeit the belt or face Michelle Obama.
That's just it, and it looks like she's elected to reluctantly go ahead with this match. And here we go. My goodness.
Edith Wilson now looking hesitant as she faces down Michelle Obama.
Yep, I don't think this is something that she envisioned. More than likely, her plan was to try and save this title with a countout, James. But Michelle Obama might not give her that chance tonight. These two circling each other now. Michelle, what a stern look in her eyes. And looks like some words are being exchanged between the two of them. Who's going to make the first move here? Oh, it's Michelle! My God! She's turned into Edith Wilson right now like a wildcat!
Now Michelle flings Edith off the ropes and a spear!
Oh my goodness, and now she is atop Edith Wilson. What's she doing here?
Raining blows on her.
Hammering down onto the left and right side of the face of Edith Wilson. Now Michelle is pulling her necktie out of her shirt and wrapping it around her head. Oh my God, she's lifting Edith Wilson up by her necktie and just punching her in the face.
My God.
Holy shit, James.
What is she doing?
She's whipping her off the ropes now with the necktie. Oh my God, she's gone over the top rope and Michelle Obama's hanging onto that necktie.
Edith Wilson is being lynched by Michelle Obama.
Her feet kicking wildly about 2 feet from the floor, her tongue lolling out of her mouth, her eyes bulging out of her head. Unbelievable.
Michelle wrenching onto that necktie, Edith hanging for her dear life.
Indeed, her fingers are trying to get a grip under that necktie. She can't do it.
Chief Justice Warren letting it happen.
That's just it. Her tongue looking like Jabba the Hutt in Return of the Jedi.
Michelle pulling Edith back up now onto the apron.
What's she gonna do here?
She's grabbing onto her and it's a reverse suplex back into the ring. Wow.
She is not letting Edith get away.
Slamming onto the mat face first.
Appearing motionless, but with that necktie loosening, some of the color starting to return to her beet-like face.
Edith Wilson, totally at the mercy of Michelle Obama.
The crowd here certainly enthusiastic about the action they're seeing here tonight, as Michelle Obama takes control of this match, walking over to the prone Edith Wilson now. What's she doing here? She's grabbing both of Edith Wilson's arms and putting her foot on her back and just wrenching backward.
Oh my
God!
Edith face down and Michelle Obama wrenching on her arms with that boot right in the middle of her back.
That's it. She could dislocate both shoulders here.
Edith in extreme pain here.
Chief Justice Warren seems to be asking if she wants to submit, but I don't think she can make an intelligible response, James.
That's right. She doesn't have the arms free to tap out with, and after being choked with that tie, she's just able to make guttural sounds.
That's just it. Earl Warren not able to get anything clear out of her, and he is letting this fight go on. So unless she fully passes out here...
Edith Wilson not able to communicate her submission, but she is totally at the mercy of Michelle Obama, who is shaking her head no, wanting this match to continue.
Michelle Obama clearly relishing every second of the pain that she's inflicting on Edith Wilson here. And it looks like Edith Wilson is fading fast, James.
Her face is beet red. She's not even able to make any sounds now. She looks like she is desperate to tap out, but is physically unable to do so.
That's just it. And I think that Earl Warren saying something to Michelle Obama, he has to check her arm to get a count. Michelle Obama not letting go. And now she does. Earl Warren.
Edith Wilson is limp. I think she's unconscious.
Earl Warren, I don't even know that he's going to try lifting her arms, James. He's checking her pulse. This could be bad, James. What's going to happen here? Earl Warren now motioning to the timekeeper. I think this is over. This is over. My goodness. Edith Wilson.
Unable to continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by technical knockout, Michelle Obama, and new Transcontinental Champion, Barack Obama! There you have it. It was Barack Obama's night after all, but probably not the way he thought he would win the title.
No, indeed, but he finally has it. And there, Michelle is going to hand her husband the Transcontinental belt.
And raise his hands, both the Obamas in the center of the ring. The belt raised, their arms raised in victory.
Wow.
Michelle now, what's she doing? She patted Obama on the shoulder and she's walking over to Edith Wilson now. What's she doing? She's scooping her up. Oh my God, she's just chucked her right out of the ring.
Edith Wilson's unconscious body flopping onto the outside of the ring as the Obamas continue their celebration.
That's it, Michelle walking over to look down on Edith. Oh, she just spit on her.
Well, can't necessarily say that Edith Wilson didn't have it coming after what the kind of things she said to Michelle Obama last time.
Indeed. The Obamas exulting in their victory as PWF medical staff make their way down to ringside with some smelling salts for Edith Wilson.
Yeah, it looks like Edith Wilson has been revived. She's looking around a little stunned, certainly stunned about what happened here tonight.
That's it. She sees the Obamas in the ring and she looks crestfallen that she's lost the title for her husband.
Edith Wilson now looking up at the Obamas here, and what Michelle's pointing at the Jumbotron.
What's this? Oh, that's backstage. That's Woodrow Wilson.
Woodrow Wilson, he's backstage. He is in bed looking very sick, but he's eating some Jell-O. And who's that? That's Ellen Wilson.
Oh my God.
Ellen Wilson is feeding Jell-O to Woodrow Wilson backstage, and Edith sees it and she is furious.
Oh my goodness. Edith Wilson storming backstage.
I don't know how she has the energy, but she stormed out of here furious.
That's it. To where her convalescing husband is with his first wife, who's tending to him. What a terrible night for Edith Wilson.
And there's Ellen Wilson ministering tenderly to her husband.
Oh, what's this? She looked up suddenly. Sir, there's somebody at the door. It must be Edith. My God, it's Edith. She's in the room.
She just speared Ellen Wilson.
My
They're rolling
God.
around in the bed. There's Jell-O flying. Edith and Ellen trading blows.
Atop the convalescing body of Woodrow Wilson.
These two women going crazy.
My God, oh, and they just knocked Woodrow Wilson out of the bed onto the floor.
Here comes Justice Ginsburg, Justice O'Connor.
Chief Justice is swarming into the room now.
They're breaking these two women up. There's pandemonium backstage.
Unbelievable. They're going to have to separate these two and probably call in a cleanup crew because it appears Woodrow Wilson has soiled himself.
Well, the Obamas looking pretty satisfied as they watch this go down backstage.
Unbelievable.
Michelle and Barack will ride off into the sunset with the Transcontinental belt.
And what will become of the Wilsons?
Who knows?
What a situation. What a match. What an event. War at the Shore has been thus far, but we're not quite done yet, James. When we come back, we got our main event, and this is a big one.
You won't want to miss this.
Hey kids, are you craving more exciting action with your favorite presidential superstars? That's great, because now we have the Presidential Wrestling Federation Superstar Action Figures.
Cool.
You can collect all of your favorite presidential superstars and engage in one-on-one battle, or tag team battle, or recreate your own presidential rumble or survival sequence. You could even create your own presidential mania.
Awesome.
Featuring Abraham Lincoln,
I'm gonna do the rail splitter.
Harry Truman,
The buck stops here.
Calvin Coolidge,
You
and Richard Nixon.
I'm no crook.
That's right, collect all your favorite presidential superstars today. Ring sold separately.
And we're back, ready to get into our main event, a match that might be even more paramount than presidential mania itself, James.
Well, it's got the result of presidential mania at stake. Of course, our fans will recall at Presidential Mania, Abraham Lincoln defeating Jefferson Davis at Secession Mania and winning back the PWF's Southern Territory, and then George Washington defeating Donald Trump not only for the PWF championship but for ownership of the PWF back, the PWF gaining both its Northern and Southern Territory and wresting ownership away from Donald Trump.
That's right, and let's not forget that George Washington and Thomas Jefferson put their own residences on the line in that bout.
That's right, Donald Trump would have gained ownership of Mount Vernon and Monticello had he prevailed. And then, of course, after Presidential Mania, both the TWL and CCW suing the PWF over the results there, claiming that they were not won fairly and squarely. And then those lawsuits are going to be decided here tonight.
That's just it. It's all been building up to this. We have George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Thomas Jefferson representing the Presidential Wrestling Federation on the one side, and on the other, Donald Trump, Jefferson Davis, and a mystery third man.
That's right. They refused to name their third tag team partner, but I assume we're going to find out here tonight.
That's just it. As a matter of fact, we have Cross Ross Cleveland backstage with Donald Trump right now. Mr. Trump, there's been a lot of speculation about tonight's event. A lot on the line. And furthermore, a lot of mystery surrounding this third man. Any comment?
Well, Ross, you know something? I know a lot of people. Trump knows them all. All the best people. I know them. They know me. They love me. It could be anybody. I'm gonna keep you chomping at the bit, waiting to find out who this third man is. It could be anybody. It could be Chachi. It could be Stephen Baldwin, the best Baldwin. It could be Mike Lindell. We love My Pillow. And maybe it could be a My Pillow that we put Washington, Lincoln, and Jefferson to sleep with tonight at War at the Shore. We're gonna leave you in suspense. I gotta get back to training.
You heard it here first. Donald Trump, quite confident in his team and in the third man. Back to you, Steve. Thank you, Ross. My goodness. Donald Trump, who could it be?
He's being very cagey about the identity of this third man.
That's it. It seems like maybe he was hinting at Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy.
That would be an odd choice, but anything's possible when you're talking about Donald Trump.
That's just it.
My money's on one of the big CCW superstars like Robert E. Lee or Stonewall Jackson.
That's just it. It could be any number of people between the CCW and the TWO. There's quite a roster there to choose from. And no doubt, we're in for a surprise here tonight as we proceed to our main event. Let's get down to ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event with the future of wrestling on the line. Representing the PWF, in this corner, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Thomas Jefferson. Here they come, Washington, Lincoln, and Jefferson, representing the Presidential Wrestling Federation.
This capacity crowd going wild for him.
Indeed.
What a formidable team we have here.
That's just it. All of them looking strong, focused, well-conditioned.
And they have a lot on the line here, and they are determined to defend it.
Indeed. We saw that 400-plus page contract.
That's right. There's a very complicated deal worked out to resolve all those lawsuits here in this match. A lot of stipulations, a lot of lawyers' hours went into this match.
And their opponents, representing the CCW and TWO, Donald Trump, Jefferson Davis, and the third man. That is unusual, James. He announced him as the third man, and I'm only seeing two.
Yeah, well, I guess the announcer doesn't even know, and it seems I thought we were going to find out right now, but there's only Donald Trump and Jefferson Davis coming out. There's only two of them.
I don't understand this. How are they going to proceed with the match unless the third man shows up?
I don't know. I think the two of them are going to be vastly outmatched by these three PWF superstars. They're going to need a very formidable third opponent to stand a chance, and they have got no one here.
That's just it. And will the official allow the match to proceed? And tonight's official, that legendary British referee, Benjamin Arnoldson. Wow, what a treat, James. The legendary Benjamin Arnoldson.
Yep, he was specially stipulated as part of the contract. Trump and Jefferson Davis refusing to fight under the auspices of a Chief Justice.
That's just it. We're not going to have any of the shenanigans like at Presidential Mania, where Edmund Ruffin was the official between Lincoln and Davis.
Right, you got Benjamin Arnoldson coming from across the pond, a legendary referee.
That's just
There
it.
should be no funny business whatsoever.
Certainly not a most distinguished-looking man.
Yep, he's got a long gray beard, befitting his many years of experience.
That's just it. I'm starting to have a feeling that maybe this won't be so one-sided here. However, it remains to be seen what's going to happen with the third man. Benjamin Arnoldson is in the ring. It looks like he's asking the teams to choose their starters. I think he's going to let this thing roll on without the third man. It's basically going to be a handicap match.
I guess. I mean, it's no prejudice to the PWF. If the other team doesn't want to bring their full complement of fighters, that's apparently on them.
What's troubling me is Trump nor Davis, neither one seem too bothered by this.
Well, I think they've got something up their sleeve. I mean, they've got to have somebody in mind here. And if they're not coming out now, they've undoubtedly got some dirty trick in the offing.
That's the only thing I could think. It looks like George Washington wanting to start things out for the PWF. And, wow, surprisingly, Donald Trump is going to start for the CCW TWO Combine. That I did not see coming. So Washington and Trump in the ring, Benjamin Arnoldson between them. Looks like he's going over the rules. Washington and Trump going to their respective corners. And it looks like this thing is about to get underway. Here we go. Washington and Trump squaring up against each other now. Washington remaining relatively still.
He's just standing there like a pillar,
Waiting.
daring Donald Trump to do something.
That's just it. I was going to say waiting, daring Donald Trump to make a move. Trump now. What's he doing? He's walking up to Washington. Trump's pointing into the crowd. Washington turns. Trump throws a fist. Washington's grabbed it.
He's grabbed his fist.
He's grabbed his fist. Washington now looking back from the crowd straight into the eyes of Donald Trump, who is shaking his head no. Washington now, he's wrenching that arm around and spinning Trump. He's got his arm wrenched up behind his back. Donald Trump is in some serious trouble.
Washington has him at his mercy now. He's wrenching that arm of Donald Trump. Trump is in pain.
It appears so. And what's this? I think Trump just thrust his thumb back into
He
Washington's
just
eye.
gouged him in the eye.
Washington releasing the hold.
Benjamin Arnoldson now going up to Donald Trump, giving him a stern scolding.
Indeed.
He's not going to put up with any of that.
No, it appears that he's given Trump his first and final warning.
There's not going to be any funny business here tonight.
No, sir. Benjamin Arnoldson, known for being a very strict stickler for the rules. Washington trying to rub his eye and get his vision restored there. And here comes Trump charging at him, but Washington just booted him in the chest.
Trump thought he could sneak up on Washington.
And it did not work. Washington very conscious of his surroundings here tonight, ready for any and everything.
Washington's still nursing that eye, but it's Trump that's backing away now, and Washington coming right up to him, grabbing him by the arm and flinging him against the ropes. Comes back in a big clothesline.
My goodness.
Donald Trump's head smacking onto the mat there as he went down.
That's it. And what's Washington doing now? He's bounding off the ropes again, and a leg drop.
Ooh, a huge leg drop there.
And Trump in some serious trouble now, as Washington presses his advantage. Scooping Trump off the mat now. He's lifting him up and just a power slam.
Oh, my.
He's toying with Trump now.
Washington peeling Trump up off the mat. He's going to fling him against the ropes. And Trump held onto the ropes there to avoid bouncing back towards Washington. And he's going to scurry over and tag Davis.
That's it. Making quick work to get out of there. And Jefferson Davis coming into the ring, and Lincoln, it looks like he wants the tag. Washington is going to oblige. Lincoln now joining Jefferson Davis in the ring. These two ready for a rematch.
That's right. They're circling each other, staring each other down.
Davis trying to stay low. It looks like he's trying to use Lincoln's height against him. It looks like he's going to try and go in for a leg sweep here. But he's being cautious about it as these two circle each other.
Davis darting in and Lincoln backing away. These two sizing each other up here. Davis darting in again. He grabs Lincoln's leg, but Lincoln's got him around the waist.
Oh, my goodness.
He's got him, and he's going to bring him up for a power bomb.
Oh, my God.
My God. Lincoln wasting no time.
Indeed not. The PWF certainly looking superior here.
And the CCW TWO team shorthanded. If Washington and Lincoln are going to make short work of Davis and Trump, who are they going to turn to?
Right.
It's about time that third man gets out there, or they're going to lose this match. Abraham Lincoln not worrying about that right now. He's going to peel Jefferson Davis up off the mat here. And he's got him around the neck. And a DDT!
My goodness.
Abraham Lincoln putting the screws to Jefferson Davis.
Lincoln appears to be far from done with Jefferson Davis. He's lifting him back up off the mat now, and what's he doing? Oh, he's applying him. Oh, he's got him in an arm wringer, and that looks painful.
Wow.
Jefferson Davis reaching out desperately with his other arm towards Donald Trump, who does not seem like he wants to make the tag. Davis in some trouble.
Yep, Lincoln has Davis in his vice-like grip, but he's got one arm out to Trump. And if Trump reached out, I think he could make that tag. But he is shaking his head no. He wants no part of these PWF superstars. And there he's looking back towards the locker room.
What's he doing?
I think he might be calling for the third man, and I think it's time that they do something because they are in trouble.
Trump gesturing to the backstage area now.
What's this?
What is this? What? Oh my goodness.
It's George the Third.
George the Third.
King George the Third is the third man.
Unbelievable. George the Third now coming down to ringside with an army of redcoats at his side. George the Third, of course, the champion of the Royal Wrestling Empire. What are they doing on this side of the pond? What sort of unholy alliance has been formed here?
I knew they had something up their sleeves.
Nobody quite knows what to make of it. Lincoln has tossed Davis aside. Davis kind of crawling back over towards his side of the ring, and Lincoln and Washington and Jefferson having a discussion amongst themselves.
George the Third getting up on the apron now, and Davis is going to tag him in.
Lincoln looking back, George III tagged in now, and Lincoln is going to make the tag to Thomas Jefferson. Have two fresh men come up against each other here. Thomas Jefferson and the recently revealed third man, King George III of the RWE.
And they're going to square off here. Thomas Jefferson, best known for his choice words, declared against George III.
Indeed.
George III not taking kindly to those accusations.
Indeed not. And what is going to happen here? They're circling each other now, coming together in the center of the ring now, and King George III just jacked Jefferson in the face, and now he's grabbed him, hurling him off the ropes. What's this? Jefferson leaping over King George III and coming back in a drop kick.
Ooh, a big drop kick.
George III is down. Jefferson climbing back up to his feet, wasting no time, bounding off the ropes in a flying knee drop.
Ooh, George III already in trouble. Jefferson lifting him up off the mat, flinging him against the ropes. coming back, and he just speared him.
My goodness.
Jefferson on top of George III, raining blows down on him.
For all the pomp of that entrance, not paying off for George III now.
George III unceremoniously at the hands of Thomas Jefferson right now. Jefferson gonna get up, and he's gonna pick up George III by the back of his hair, and Washington's calling for the tag. It looks like he is looking for a chance to finish off George III.
Indeed, here comes Jefferson, George III in hand, walking over to his corner. He just smacked his face off the turnbuckle and made the tag to Washington.
Washington's got George III in his grip, and he's looking forward to putting an end to this match quick.
That's it, Washington wasting no time now, as he has George III at his mercy, and what a headbutt!
Ooh!
And that plants George III right on his royal keister.
Wow. What are those redcoats doing? Looks like those redcoats are going around the outside of the ring. There's a good 6 or 8 of them.
The redcoats surrounding the ring as though this were a lumberjack match.
It looks like more of the redcoats are congregating on the PWF side of the ring, and 2 of them just grabbed Thomas Jefferson by the ankles and dragged him off the apron.
The redcoats have Jefferson.
They're laying into him, and now there's Lincoln diving off the apron into the fray. He's diving into a crowd of redcoats.
And here come Trump and Davis.
There is chaos erupting on the outside of the ring.
It's absolute pandemonium. What is Benjamin Arnoldson doing?
He seems laser focused on the 2 legal men in the ring.
Washington not exactly laser focused as he looks on.
He's now distracted by this pandemonium outside.
George III starting to stir.
And all hell is just broken loose here.
This is unbelievable.
2 redcoats are holding Thomas Jefferson by the arms while Donald Trump pummels him.
My goodness.
And Abraham Lincoln is fighting against Jefferson Davis and about 3 or 4 redcoats.
Trying to hold his own. A lot of action going on outside of the ring.
George Washington looks like he almost wants to get out there and join the fray, but Benjamin Arnoldson is pointing at George III, reminding Washington that he's the legal man.
That's just it. This match can proceed. The 2 legal men are in the ring, and that is all Arnoldson cares about.
George III stirring to his feet here, and Washington turns to him and he grabs onto him and...
Oh my goodness, I think we're gonna see it. I think we're gonna see the farewell address, James.
What's this? Benjamin Arnoldson's reaching into his pocket. What? My God, he just stabbed George Washington in the back. That was a knife.
My God, there's a knife between the shoulder blades of George Washington.
George Washington's been stabbed.
He's trying to reach back and get it. He can't reach it.
Benjamin Arnoldson.
What is this?
He just ripped off his beard. That's Benedict Arnold.
God.
It's Benedict Arnold.
It's Benedict Arnold. He just stabbed Washington
George
in the back.
Washington's been stabbed.
My God, and George III now. He's come up and he just shoved Washington. Washington's fallen back on the blade. It's going up into his body further. Washington, he looks unable to move. He might have pinched a nerve. He might be paralyzed. George III. My God, what treachery.
George III rolling Washington over, and then, he pulled that knife out.
That looks like he twisted it first, James.
And then, he just elbowed him right in the spot where the knife was.
Oh, my God.
My God. Blood pouring out of George Washington here as George III rolls him over.
His teammates unable to come to his help.
They got their hands full on the outside with those redcoats. George Washington totally limp in the ring from a stab wound.
George III now leisurely bounding off of the ropes, and he's jumped up in the air a good 4 feet and come down with a knee to Washington's face.
God.
This is beyond the pale. George III, he's getting up. He's curtsying to the crowd, and now just placing his foot over the chest of Washington with his arms outstretched and raised.
And Benedict Arnold is counting.
2, 3. Oh, my God.
Benedict Arnold signaling for the bell. It seems this thing is over, but that's not what was supposed to happen.
This is unbelievable.
That can't be legal.
This is unbelievable. Wait, what's this on the Jumbotron? My God, it's the real Benjamin Arnoldson. He's tied to a chair in nothing but his boxer shorts.
Yeah, that's backstage.
He's got a gag in his mouth.
The real Benjamin Arnoldson has been kidnapped.
What a travesty.
So this imposter, the arch traitor, Benedict Arnold, somehow was the official in this match. And the TWO and CCW, they're claiming victory.
That's just it. They are claiming
Donald
victory.
Trump and Jefferson Davis are in the ring. They're holding George III's hands up in the air. This is an outrage.
That's just it. This is an absolute travesty, and it cannot be allowed to stand, James.
No, the PWF lawyers have got to get that contract and go through it. There's got to be something been violated here.
My God, and what's going on in the ring? Benedict Arnold now kneeling before George III.
George,
He has the knife that he stabbed Washington with, and he appears to be knighting Benedict Arnold.
Benedict Arnold being knighted in the center of the ring here.
My God!
What a travesty.
George III now, motioning for a microphone. Here comes one of the redcoats with a mic into the ring. Kindly your attention, please. An address from His Royal Majesty, King George III. More like King George III. Whereas many of our subjects in diverse parts of our colonies in North America, misled by dangerous and ill-designing men, and forgetting the allegiance they owe to our royal person, and having traitorously levied war against us, our crown, and our dignity, are hereby subjugated and returned to the fold. We heartily welcome, under the auspices of the Royal Wrestling Empire, our new colonies, the Trump Wrestling Organization, and Confederate Championship Wrestling. We also recognize the service of our most loyal subject, Sir Benedict Arnold, who is hereby created Earl of Connecticut. My God, what a windbag, James!
I can't believe this. George III proclaiming that the TWO and CCW are now colonies of the Royal Wrestling Empire. These two organizations have sold out to the British.
This is unbelievable, James, and this means virtually the end of the PWF as we know it.
Well, as far as we know it, but I don't think the PWF is going to go down without a fight. I don't think George Washington or Abe Lincoln are going to stand for this. I'm not going to stand for it.
Certainly not.
We're looking at being fired here. That's not fair.
That's just it, and certainly it's not. But it looks as though the TWO and CCW have exclusive rights to the Northern and Southern Territories, respectively.
Well, if this travesty here stands, that would be the case, but I don't know what's going to happen next.
I'm sure there's something we could do. There's a lot of PWF superstars with backgrounds in the law.
Well, there's a lot also with backgrounds in throwing off British rule.
Indeed. Certainly we won't stand for this. My goodness, what a turn of events here, and I just don't know what to say about it in summation. War at the Shore, what an event. Historic for many, many reasons here. A night that will long be remembered in PWF history.
One that will live in infamy.
Indeed it will. And I don't know who I feel worst for. Perhaps our listeners in Connecticut, who are now under the boot heel of that treasonous shitheel, Benedict Arnold. What a disgrace.
Yeah, he's now apparently in charge of Connecticut.
He literally stabbed George Washington in the back.
What more would you expect?
Unbelievable turn of events here tonight. As War at the Shore comes to a close, who knows where we're going to be going from here? A lot to contemplate with the future of the Presidential Wrestling Federation.
That's right, a dark day for the PWF, and we sign off. Hopefully it's not for good.
That's just it. For hopefully not the last time. This is Stephen Lincoln Douglas.
And James J. Hamilton.
Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully we'll be there to catch you next time.